All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Cleveland Cavaliers video for you. Oh man, that was a doozy. Um, you know. That was a doozy of a game, man. But welcome back to the channel, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Rocket fans, if you guys are looking for a Rockets recap, it's on my daily Houston Rocket channel down below. Yeah, man, the Cavs beat the Rockets 124-89 tonight, which puts the Cavs at 18-12. I believe that their last 9 victories have been by double digits. That's a insane stat. I don't know the legitimacy of that statistic, but because I definitely could have gotten something wrong, ears to vocal. But either way, statistics or no statistics, I mean, this Cleveland Cavaliers team is legit. And going into this game against the Houston Rockets, the Rockets are without KPJ. They were without Jalen Green. And then just before tip-off, or not just before tip-off, but earlier today, Christian Wood was announced out. So, I mean, really, the Houston Rockets were missing. And then obviously you had Eric Gordon missing tonight's game. So, I mean, you could argue that the Rockets were missing their top 3, top 4 players even just on their roster. So, I mean, coming into tonight, like, you see the Rockets fan, or the Rockets flag right there. As a Rockets fan, I wasn't expecting much from this game. Evan Mobley didn't play, so I was expecting something from this game. I know, Evan Mobley is just a rookie, but he has a huge impact on this team. He has a huge offensive impact. He has a huge defensive impact. And I thought, just the foolish nature of my brain, I'm thinking just maybe, some ways, somehow, the Rockets could pull off this win, or at the very least be competitive. But man, Darius Garland had other plans. Isaac Okoro had other plans. Ricky Rubio certainly had other plans. This was another textbook game by the Cavaliers. I mean, what I've noticed because the Cavs have won the last 9 games, or 9 of the last 11 games that they have played. One thing I've noticed with this Cavs team is, you do have the random outlier, but for the most part, it's a team effort. For the most part, it's a team effort. I mean, sometimes Darius Garland will drop 30, or, what he dropped a couple of weeks ago or a couple of games ago, like 35 and 9 or something like that. You will have those types of games, but for the most part, this Cleveland Cavaliers team just plays solid as a team. I mean, it's defensively, clearly they're a top 3 defense in the NBA. But you really see it offensively, because with Colin Sexton being injured, it's really forcing this Cavs team. It's forcing a lot of these players on this Cavs team to step up. And I'm viewing a guy specifically like Isaac Okoro, who had another dominant offensive game tonight, where these guys are stepping up. And, you're not going to have Isaac Okoro shoot, 7-9 from the field, 3-3 from downtown. So, you're not going to have Isaac Okoro shooting 70% from the field the rest of the season, or 100% from downtown for the rest of the season. But what I've noticed is, if it wasn't going to be Isaac tonight, maybe it would have been Kevin Love. Maybe it would have been Lauri Markkanen. Maybe it would have been Jarrett Allen. Maybe it would have been Darius Garland. Like, as a team, they play just so well together. And especially in these wins, but just on a night-to-night basis, you'll have you're kind of the glue guys. Usually it's Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen, because they are both probably going to be all-stars. But tonight, it was the guys I mentioned: Darius Garland, Isaac Okoro, Ricky Rubio. I mean, everybody was helping chip in on the offensive end. And even without Evan Mobley, I mean, this Houston Rockets team is very, very small. So they didn't really need all of that extra height that they had, where, compared to a team like maybe the Philadelphia 76ers, if they were to deploy a Joel Embiid and Andre Drummond lineup. So, as difficult of a loss as this was for the, Rockets fan, it's just reinforcing the idea that this Cavaliers team is much better than, pretty much everybody thinks. maybe not your diehard Cleveland Cavaliers fan who's been watching, film after film, but I think this team is taking even Cleveland Cavaliers teams by just a huge surprise. And, I posted a video earlier today talking about why the Cavs could legitimately win the title. And one of my biggest bases off that was, in retrospect, it's really easy to go back at last year's finals, Bucks Suns, and be like, yeah, that makes sense. They were the best two teams in the NBA. The start of last year, no one said that. I mean, you could probably count on your hands the amount of people who predicted that finals last year. You know what I'm saying? So, especially given the Lakers situation, given the Nets situation right now, it's up for grabs, man. It's just up for grabs. And so I stand by my statement that the Cavs are legitimate finals contenders. At the very least, they're going to make a playoff push. I mean, they're going to make the playoffs, and they're going to make a run in the playoffs. Right now, what it's becoming is the Cleveland Cavaliers are trying to set themselves up for a home seed. They're trying to set themselves up for a home seed in the playoffs. And you have injuries going on in Miami right now. You have, 8 players, 7 players with COVID over in Brooklyn. You have Chicago with the same thing. They have 9 players in COVID. But anyways, it's open. It's open for taking right now. So, the Houston Rockets, they're not the best team in the NBA. They're certainly not the best team in the NBA. But you're at home. This is a game you're projected to win. This is a game you're supposed to win. I mean, what month is it? December right now? I'd say if we go 3 months back, if you were to tell me, Houston Rockets, Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cleveland Cavaliers are expected to blow you guys out, I would be like, what are you talking about? We had the second pick, the Cavs had the third pick. What are you talking about? It's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be Jalen Green versus Evan Mobley, and it's going to be a close, very close game with competing, rebuilding teams. I mean, that's the farthest thing from the truth. But anyways, you just have a great team effort. I mean, even guys like Kevin Love, they're just so consistent this season. 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 5 from downtown. He's putting up 12 points. He's putting up 7 rebounds in just 20 minutes off the bench. Ricky Rubio as well. I mean, tonight Ricky Rubio really, really was going just distributing-wise. 7 points, 12 assists, and 4 steals. Now he's continuing to shoot poorly from the field. Shot just 2 of 6, 0 of 3 from downtown. But what was so crazy about Ricky Rubio tonight is he played 20 minutes, and he was tied with Darius Garland for the best plus-minus. Plus 30. So Rubio played 20 minutes tonight, got 12 assists, got 4 steals in 20 minutes, and had a plus 30. I mean, that is just, it's unbelievable. And Ricky Rubio in the first month of the season was red hot. Recently, he's been ice cold. And once he gets back to normal, once he gets back to his averages, I mean, we're all going to be talking about Ricky Rubio again. Right now, it's just Cavs fans talking about the impact of Ricky Rubio, saying, you don't see it in the stat sheet every night. In the start of the season, we were seeing it in the stat sheet every night. And then you'll have nights like this where you do see it in the stat sheet. So Ricky Rubio is a huge piece to this Cleveland Cavaliers team. But obviously, he's not going to have statistical nights like this every night. But the impact is just like this every single night. So that's really it for today, guys. I mean, Jared Allen didn't do too much. Darius Garland kind of led the way with 21. What was the first quarter score? 16-35. So it was just right out of the get-go. It was all Cleveland Cavaliers. It was no Houston Rockets at any point in tonight's game, just literally at no point in the game. Good defense, good offense, good coaching. The Cleveland Cavaliers continue to win basketball games, and they're just so fun to watch. So if you guys like daily NBA content, pretty much right now it's daily Cavs content. You like daily Cavs content, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're about 340 subscribers away from 10,000, trying to hit it by the end of the year. And then once again, to all my Rocket fans, I will be having a Rockets recap on my Rockets channel down below. So peace out. I'll see you guys later.